Hello and welcome to another Focus On episode in which I'm gonna show you how you can take photos like this one here. So originally I wanted to film it in the field while taking this photo, but the environment was just too wet. So while the camera is weatherproof, the GoPro is weatherproof, the DJI mic is not. Also, this shoot was really a bit hectic, so all hands on deck. I couldn't film it, was also much too loud because of the thundering falls. So I decided to record it after the fact now, so I can also explain a bit more. Okay, what you need to take such a photo. Let me show you a bit of a clip where you see the problem. So close to such a mighty waterfall, there's usually a lot of spray. And if you get that close, 50 meters, 40 meters, 30 meters in the direction where the spray is going, everything will be drenched in an instant. So if you set up the camera like this, waterfall in that direction, the problem is as soon as you uncover your lens, there will be blotches all over it, it will be drenched. And even if you have the first essential piece of equipment, which is a huge lens cloth or microfiber towel, if you wipe the lens and then hold it in front of it, have a 2-second timer, let it run, then take the photo, go back with the lens cloth again. Can maybe do this 1 or 2 times, but then the lens cloth will be drenched, and the only thing it will be good to do is smear the lens even more. So this is not going to work in such an environment. So what you also need is an umbrella. So this already helps, because what you can do, you can hold the umbrella close to the camera into the direction of the waterfall. And now you have it to protect your camera and also the lens cloth while you clean the lens from the spray. So this already helps. Then again, 2-second timer, 2, 1, remove the umbrella, take the photos, umbrella goes back. The problem with that is you only have one free hand, and it's a little fiddly, especially when you also want to change something with the camera. Sometimes you just need 2 hands. So this is where the third and most essential piece of gear comes in, and that's this clamp here. This one's from Small Rig. It's also available from other brands. And what it is, it's a crab-shaped clamp here, pretty big one. Then you have this little piece where you can change the alignment of the clamp, and then on this side I have a 1/4-inch screw. This one goes into my tripod here, which also has a screw attachment point. If your tripod doesn't have it, what you can also do, you can purchase 2 of those clamps, of those crab clamps, put one on this side, one on the other, and then it's usually going up very widely. You can put it on the leg of your tripod, or if you have a center column, put it there. What this then allows you to do, let me show you. I quickly attach it here, and you would typically do this well before you get close to the waterfall, because you want to avoid as much of your gear getting wet as possible, because now everything would already be drenched. So you attach it, and then you have the clamp angled so it points into the direction of the waterfall. Now what you can do is you can use the clamp and put in the umbrella, and I'll show you a close-up now how this looks finished. So what we now have, and I have to really firmly attach it, what we now have is a setup, a hands-free setup, where the umbrella protects camera, lens from the spray, and where I can now make changes to settings of the camera, prepare everything, and also most importantly, get the lens cloth, wipe the lens, check everything's clean, and also the lens cloth now is also behind the umbrella. It doesn't get so wet. Then I can put it away again, and now I'm ready to take the photo. To take the photo again, 2-second timer, I would unlock the clamp here. Now I have the umbrella in my hands, but now I don't need both hands anymore. I just press the shutter, 2, 1, and take the photos. What also helps for this is you do bracketed exposures for waterfalls, just to make sure you get the complete dynamic range. And also, if your camera has it, the automated bracketing feature for focus stacking. This is very helpful if you're close to some foreground, because the goal is to get your photos as quick as possible. So if you need to do focus stacking, you don't want to take a lot of time to get the different focus points. Let your camera do it. So 2-second timer, remove the umbrella, and camera takes all the focus points you need, and then umbrella goes in place again. Then gonna wipe the lens again and repeat. So it's definitely more work than just a happy photo shoot in a dry environment, but it's really worth it because you can now get close to such heavy waterfalls and get photos which you normally couldn't. As soon as you take away the umbrella, your lens will still get wet, so the first 1 or 2 photos, if you take bracketing, usually fine, but then there are some blotches, so you have to repeat it a few times anyway to make sure that in the end you have many photos where sometimes there are some blotches up there, sometimes up there, so you can put them together in Photoshop and get a clean final result. So this setup, also should mention, if you have one, put some cover on your camera so it doesn't get too wet. But what I also want to mention is this setup can also be used if it's raining, because then you just set it up like this and have the umbrella face upwards. Now you can even fine-tune your composition. You don't need to do it blindly. You can make the settings, but what I would advise you to do is when you take the photo, remove the umbrella also, hold it in your hand, because there's a bit of wind, might be some vibrations going into the tripod, and this might cause blurry photos. That's it for this video, for this technique I wanted to show you. I hope you liked it. I'll leave links to this clamp in the description below, but as I said, there are other brands making this clamp. It's a very, very versatile piece of equipment. Can also use it for other things, but cost me less than 20 bucks, and it allowed me to take photos which otherwise I wouldn't have attempted to do, because it's just not possible if you just have to hold the umbrella, or if you don't have an umbrella, I'd say forget about it, because those waterfalls I visited in Indonesia, rainy season, they were really powering down and there was so much spray. I was drenched, that's okay, but at least my gear stayed relatively dry. Okay, if you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. If you have other techniques to protect your gear from water and spray, leave a comment, and see you in the next video. Bye.